Wagwan, my people, I'm back. As you know, I'm 23 years old and I make $50,000 a month. Now, that's not even that impressive, but it's just to show you that I only started this journey 2 years ago, and I'm going to explain to you exactly how I got to where I am now in less than 2 years, so that you can just copy the exact same path and replicate my success, hopefully, as long as you're willing to put the work in, word for word, bar for bar. I'm going to break this down into 3 very succinct steps that you can copy. So the very first thing I focused on, and the very first thing that you need to do, is focus on developing skill sets. I'm going to explain to you the very first realization that I came to on my entrepreneurial journey that kicked everything off. So as some of you already know, I was working a construction job, and as I was working this construction job, growing more and more discontent with my situation, I would listen to podcasts and ebooks, and I would be learning about business and entrepreneurship and all the different things, trying to calculate my move to get out of this job and trying to understand how people actually make money, because I knew I wasn't going to stay in this construction job, but I didn't know how I was going to get out. I was listening to a specific podcast and I learned a specific lesson that shifted my perspective and helped me understand what I needed to actually do in order to get out of the rat race. That lesson was that you are paid in proportion to the difficulty of the problems that you solve. And this hit home because as I was shoveling dirt, I heard this and I looked at how difficult of a problem that I was solving, and it was not difficult. In fact, it was something that literally anyone could do. Then I started to learn how I could solve more difficult problems, thus making more money. And then I started to listen to a podcast in which they explained the core skills that you need to be successful in business. And this was a red pilling moment for me, because when you start to understand that business school and university as a whole is a lie, and that there is actually things that you can do without any qualifications or any experience that are going to make you far, far more money than any college degree could ever make you. A lot of people still believe that success is going to university, getting a good career, getting a good degree. But I began to realize all the people teaching business at universities do not have businesses, nor have they ever had it. You are not going to learn about how to make money out of a textbook, but in fact, you're going to learn about business and how to make money by starting businesses and making money. I started to research people who have had the most successful careers in business and entrepreneurship, and I started to watch people like Patrick Bet-David and some of the OG guys like Tai Lopez. What I learned was next to none of these guys had gone to college or graduated with a degree or any of those things, but they had simply learned about business by learning skills like sales and working inside of businesses. I learned that all the most successful people didn't learn from a textbook, but they learned by doing. I began to learn that by developing certain skill sets, you can turn yourself into a valuable asset. And what people don't realize is that unlike college, unlike university, sales jobs and things alike, you don't have to have any experience. You don't have to have any qualifications. You can come from any starting position. You can be at rock bottom. It doesn't matter. You can be anywhere and you'll be able to get a sales job, turn yourself into a valuable asset to people and companies, and be able to print money with your words, with your voice. It doesn't matter where you're from or your situation. You can do this and you can leapfrog all your peers. Take me, for example. All my friends, all the people I knew in high school were in university. They were studying. I thought, what am I doing working this construction job? Then I realized just by learning one skill set, I was able to leapfrog and start doing far, far better than anyone that I knew, anyone in university. I'm making more money than all the people that went to university, even the ones that were in grades above me, because I learned one skill set. I do not know why this isn't talked about more, and why more people aren't talking about just learning high income skill sets and using that to make all of your money. After all of this research, I began to develop the skill of sales, and this would become the first step. Regardless of your current position, the best thing that you can do is learn sales. Learning sales does the following. Number one, it puts you in an extremely good financial situation. Allows you to stack cash and take most of the financial stresses off of you. Two, it teaches you communication and persuasion, which is literally a superpower and will allow you to move through life way more effectively. Three, any good sales job is going to give you a shitload of connections and also make you far, far better at making these connections. 4, it's going to make you way more confident with girls, and it's going to make you more comfortable with rejection, which is another superpower when it comes to moving through life effectively. 5, it will also help you understand human psychology, which is also quintessential to giving you a good life. It did all of these things for me, and when you have a career path that not only allows you to stack a lot of cash, but also makes you a G in the process, makes you a competent individual in the process, socially, financially, why would you actually choose anything anything else. People ask me all the time, which business should I start? And the truth is, you shouldn't start a business. Why? Because business is taking your skill sets and using them to provide value to a marketplace. If you do not have any skill sets, or you are not good at anything, you do not have a business anyway. There's 15-year-old kids asking, what business should I start? You need to first develop skill sets, then you can build a business around those skill sets. But without the skill sets, there is no business. Now, there's a few different places and ways you can go about getting a sales job. You can go into corporate sales, you can just get hired normally, you can go into door-to-door sales, you can get hired. I didn't, because it seems still very rat racy, and I made a decision to do something else. But these sales jobs, for the most part, will achieve you the same thing. What I suggest and what I personally did was getting into high ticket sales. Why high ticket sales? Because it simply allows you to stack the most cash because it's expensive, and it allows you to go wherever, experience life, all while obviously working a sales role because it's remote. It is definitely the best sales job that is currently out there. How I personally got into it and how I suggest everyone else get into it is by joining a sales agency. It is very hard to get a role just by doing tons and tons of cold outreach when you have no experience, no connections, no network, no training. If you join an agency, you get all the training, all the connections, all the experience that you need to then go ahead and get a role. But without that, you're basically useless. The reason not everyone does this is because there is normally a barrier to entry. There's normally a price tag attached to joining one of these things because you're getting relentless training and actually getting someone else to take you from complete rookie to experienced sales rep. So obviously they're going to invest their time in you. They ask you to invest money in yourself. A lot of people tell me, oh, I'm broke, I don't have money. I was also broke when I started. I just had to work my construction job, save some money before I could invest in myself. Now remember, you do not need to do exactly what I did. This is why it worked for me, and this is what I recommend because I do believe that it is the best path. That is step one. Get a sales job, learn sales. This is going to improve anyone who is watching this. It's going to improve your life. The second step is to then build your personal brand. This was the next massively pivotal move that I made on my journey. Understand that there's an absolute goldmine of opportunity available to every single one of you right now. You can start doing this today. There's nothing stopping you. There is literally no barrier to entry to posting content, but the leverage that you get from having a good personal brand is literally endless. Eamon Gadzhi, Tate, Hamza, Luke Belmar, Sneeko, all of these guys are successful and known because of their personal brand. Everything for me personally exploded when I started posting content. I went from $10,000 to $50,000 a month. I got to travel the world. I got financial freedom. I got location freedom. Building a personal brand is going to give you insane opportunity financially and locationally and with making connections. It's going to give you credibility, authority, and status, which makes it easier to sell and generate more sales. And it gives you the ability to work from anywhere because it doesn't matter where you are, you can always post content. This will be your number one asset and it costs literally nothing. Building a strong personal brand is very, very simple, but it's not easy. That's why not everyone has a strong personal brand. Building a good, strong personal brand is a lot of work. It's waking up early, scripting videos, writing video ideas all morning, filming all day, because yes, it's simple. You need to write a video and film a video, which is not complicated, but doing it to the output and the level of output that you need to operate at to build a strong personal brand is a lot of work. You need to be constantly working and posting videos. Even someone like me, I've been caught lacking with my content. I always sit there knowing that I could do more, knowing that I could write more, I could come up with more ideas, I could script, and you are going to probably burn out when you are doing this at such a high level. Sometimes you have to actually get to an autistic level of obsession and focus in order to really scale your personal brand. Like I said, it is simple, but there is a lot of input needed. That's why not everyone has a strong personal brand. This is what also makes it valuable. Not everyone can post the level of quality and quantity of content you need to have a personal brand. That's why very few people have a really strong personal brand. A lot of you aren't going to want to broadcast yourself to the world, and you're not going to want to be vulnerable and be talked about and have people hate you online, and that is fine. Stay poor. I'm not talking to people with that mindset now. When I first started posting content, I had to post on my Instagram, and I was thinking, what are all the people that know me going to think about me posting this style of content? All I did to cure that instantly was I thought of multi-millionaire 24-year-old Marcel. Does he give a No, That's who I say I am. If I'm that person, then I have to not give a now. And that is exactly what I did. And I started posting. Overcome that shit straight away by asking yourself, am I the person that I think I am? And if that person who you think you are does that thing, then you better start posting. I took massive action, started posting multiple pieces of content a day, and my income skyrocketed. You are going to become a millionaire because of your personal brand. And building it is simple. You just simply undergo a change of your own, you document that change, and you share the insights that you experience along the way. This is truly how simple it is. Once again, it's not easy. You have absolutely no excuse to not post your first YouTube video, your first TikTok, your first tweet, your first Instagram reel today. There is no excuse for you to not upload something today. You are holding yourself back. You only become good at things by doing them. You're not going to make good content off the bat. You need to start posting with quantity, then will come quality, but start uploading now. Don't procrastinate. If you don't take action, you're not who you say you are. That is the second step that I took. Now you should also take. The final step is to then build and sell. You're going to build something. You're going to take all your knowledge, all the information that you've gathered over your journey. You're going to then sell that to the audience that you built through your personal brand. You now know how to sell. You have an audience to sell to. I'm going to tell you exactly what I did. I'm going to tell you your options. You can now sell. You can now build audiences online, and you can now also do whatever else you're good at, even if it's completely unrelated. You are now in the position where you have the ability to sell, and you have an audience, and you have attention and an audience that you can sell to. I personally had a lot of sales knowledge, a lot of knowledge on how to get on good offers, and a lot of knowledge on how to scale your personal brand. This would become exactly what I teach because it's what I was passionate about and it was what I was educated on. You can do the exact same if you want, or you can do something completely different. Fundamentally, the process is going to be creating free traffic through organic content, which you've already been doing through building your personal brand. You're going to then ask your audience what their problems are. For example, if you're a fitness coach and that's your content and you're a personal trainer, you would just ask your audience of personal trainers probably, are they having trouble becoming a personal trainer or getting clients? If they say yes, then you are going to ask, would they pay for you to solve that problem, get them clients, make them more money? The chances are the answer is going to be yes. Then you would get on a sales call with those people. You would offer them your service and your information and your knowledge and your expertise on the topic. And you are going to prove to them on that call that this is their current situation, this is their desired end situation, and your knowledge and your information is the bridge between that current situation and their end situation. They are then going to pay you thousands of dollars to fix that problem and make them thousands of dollars. Then what you are going to do is you are going to get them really good results. The first few people, really good results. You are going to make them testimonials to get more clients. And then you're going to scale this as much as you want it. The best part about this business model is there is no cap. You can grow your audience as big as the world. You might be talking about how to grow on social media. You might have built a really good personal brand. Now you teach other people how to do the same. You would simply ask your audience, are you struggling to grow on social media? Do you need help with that? If they say yes, get on a call, help them grow their social media, focus on getting the first couple people really good results, testimonials, repeat, do this at scale. Once again, there is no cap to how big you can grow this. You can continue to get new clients for eternity, new customers. People will always pay you if you get good results and if you have good information and knowledge and you can fulfill what they need and solve their problems. This is exactly what I did. I used sales to get out of my job and focus on entrepreneurship full time. Then I started a personal brand and I started to get attention and grow an audience that related to my specific thing that I can teach. Then I would sell them my information, my knowledge, and I would teach them how to replicate my success. This is how I got to $50,000 a month at 23 and how I will get to $100,000 a month at 23. That is all. Comments in the description. Subscribe, like this shit. See you guys next time.